Hello everyone, this is Belief again with Belief's Compiler. We're here today to discuss Windows 10. How to make Windows 10 run faster. I do enjoy Windows 10. There are many features of it that I really like, but sometimes it's just too slow. Sometimes it's a pain. Sometimes they update Windows and add things that you don't really need. But let me show you how I make Windows 10 run faster. If you notice down here on my taskbar, first thing you may notice is I don't have Cortana or the search bar right there. I've disabled them. It's quite easy to disable Cortana, but I'm going to show you guys something else. A lot of people, you left click on your Windows button, you get your normal Windows screen. But some may not know that if you right click on your Windows button, another menu pops up. This has a lot to do with your computer management. You've got device manager, you got event viewer, a lot of technical stuff with your computer here. We're gonna hit run. Go under run. And in run, you're gonna put in this command. It is %, TEMP, %, and hit enter. And what you're doing here is opening your temporary folder. A lot of programs, applications you run have temporary files that aren't really necessary. So what you're going to do is just delete everything in this folder. It'll help your system run a little faster. And if you see something that gives you a folder access denied, just skip it. I mean, the system's pretty smart. It knows what's important. Anything that gives you a permission to delete, skip it. Other than that, get rid of all the rest. And just like that, over 72 items gone out of my temp folder. Next thing you're going to want to do is Control-Alt-Delete. Control-Alt-Delete, most of you should know about this. And Task Manager. You're going to be looking at your Task Manager a lot to figure out, well, where is all my system CPU and RAM? What's eating it all up? I mean, right now, I'm using OBS Studio to record this. It's eating up a good 11% of my CPU, 9% of my memory, and 1.5 of my disk, respectively. You have other tasks here. If your computer's running real slow, open your task manager. See what's slowing it down. And while you're here, if you go to Services, right here, Services, and then right-click, right here it says Open Services. Do that. Open your services. Here it is. Your services menu will have many of basically the background tasks. Basically any program you run runs a service. A lot of them you'll see running automatic. It'll give you a description of what it does. Before the most recent Windows updates, you were able to disable pretty much anything, but now they made it where you kind of can't do that. But let's just take a look at what I have already disabled. All these I have disabled myself. And many of them you may want to disable yourself as well. Like Xbox Live, I don't need that on here. Windows Search, I disabled that as well. I don't need it. It slows down your computer definitely. Superfetch is debatable whether it slows down your system. Initially it does slow down your system, but over time it's supposed to help the computer learn and make it faster over time, but I don't really think so. I don't need a print spooler. All this stuff I don't need. Remote access, I don't need to ever remote access this laptop, so I disabled all of these. And fax. Microsoft Office, I don't need it. Bluetooth, I don't need Bluetooth. Some of this BitLocker device encryption service, I was pretty certain was a virus, so I disabled that one as well. If you see some weird stuff on here, like how this one, Ethereal service, has no description at all. It's either a program that just never put a description, like BattleEye service, which runs some Steam games. They have no description either, but this one I think was a virus, so I got rid of it. But there's many ones you could disable. Some of the ones I would recommend that you disable would be, if you don't need it, Remote Desktop, the Superfetch, and it's odd I'm not seeing it here because probably one of the Windows updates undisabled it, is Biometric Services, which is basically location and fingerprint and all that. If you don't need that, disable it. Anything you don't need, disable it. If you're wondering, well, how do I disable one of these things? Let's find one that I want to disable, and I will show you. Here we go. Office Source Engine saves installation files used for updates and repairs and is required for the downloading of setup updates and Watson error reports. I don't even really know what that is. So, right click it, go to the properties. Inside the properties, you'll see startup type. Click that, go to disable, and apply. And if it's running, I recommend you stop it first and then disable it. Just like that, boom, it's now disabled. Disabling services that you don't use and you don't need is a great way to make your Windows 10 run faster. Okay, so now it's services. I'm showing you guys erasing your temporary folders. Remember, %, temp, %, in the run menu. Erase your temp stuff. Take out services you don't need. And here's another one. Control panel. You can do this on Cortana, the search bar. If you have it up, just type in PER, PE even. Adjust the appearance and performance of Windows. That's the one you want. Just the appearance and performance. And here, visual effects. You'll see here I have 3 things clicked. Enable peak, show shadows under mouse pointer, and show thumbnails instead of icons. Those ones I like. Odds are when you look at this and do this yourself, you will have it looking like this. Pretty much everything clicked on. All these animations, these smooth edges and scrolling and shadows and translucent sections, it slows down your system. So, I mean, I would recommend find the few that you can't live without, the ones you really like the most. Which for me were those 3 right there. Or if you feel like you don't need any of them, unclick all of them. It will help your Windows load faster, help your system overall just run faster. With all this added, visual effects. Okay. One other way I help keep my Windows 10 running as best as it can is I use Advanced System Care. I used Advanced System Care, the free version, for over a year. I just got the Pro Edition. It was like $15 at the beginning of the year for a whole year. It's really helpful. This scan right here, well, it does startup items, privacy traces, junk files, invalid shortcuts, registry, spyware, internet improvements, system ops, registry, fragments, system weaknesses, so on. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys the rest of the program while this is running. Can I? Let's see. No, it won't let me. So we're just going to stop that for now. If you go under speed up, they have this nice little turbo booster, which should be on. My turbo booster, it stopped 5 apps and released 387 megabytes of RAM. If you go to the details of it, you could customize it. Actually, you have to have it off first, and then you configure. There's different modes. They have the work mode, the game mode, the economy mode. You can customize any of these modes exactly how you want it to be. It's taking a second. There we go. I usually use game mode. I have all these things to save. I save my Bluetooth support, my diagnostic tracking service. This is the connected user experience and telemetry. Basically, is location, which I don't need on a laptop. But for a phone, I don't need it on a laptop. Keyboard hotkeys, phone service, all these things are disabled. These are non-Windows services I can disable, but I haven't. And background apps, security, health, HD, Realtek. You disable the ones you want to disable. You can go through and disable them all. But disabling will clear up a lot of RAM for you. There's also the hardware accelerator, the deep optimization. Accelerate the display of the taskbar thumbnail preview. I have a lot of this stuff optimized. And when you first get Advanced System Care, even the free edition, you can do all of this. Free edition, you have the Turbo Booster, you have the Deep Optimizer, the Toolbar Cleaner. Pretty much the only thing you get with the Pro Edition is these extra features. Like here in the toolbox, these are all the little system tools you have. So these Pro ones are, of course, only for Pro. Internet Booster, the Smart RAM, WinFix, Registry Cleaner, and Disk Cleaner. But all these you get with the free edition. The Shortcut Fixer, IE Helper Default Programs, Program Deactivator, MyWin 10, which, since we're speaking of Windows 10, you might as well check that one out. If I remember correctly, well, we don't want to update right now. If I remember correctly, it's mostly just for visual. You know, it's mostly just visual, and it's not so much help it run faster. I mean, you could hide your Cortana here if you don't want to disable it. It's got these little boost internet speed. These problem fixers are handy if you're having issues with your Windows 10. You can change your start menu style and a few little things. But yes, I would highly recommend get Advanced System Care. Even just the free version alone is pretty amazing. It's one thing that helps me keep my Windows 10 running as fast as it can. And when you download Advanced System Care, you will get this utility. It's called the Ultimate Windows Tweaker. At least I was able to get it back when I downloaded it. I'm not sure if they're still offering it, but I think they are. And you might be able to download it as a separate utility, you know, on its own on CNET or somewhere else. Ultimate Windows Tweaker does exactly as it says. It tweaks Windows 10 to your exact performances. You can customize so many things you could do, changing even the tab preview in milliseconds, and disable quick action buttons, show recent files in my quick access. I can turn these off if I want. But here you go, performance, that's what we want. It's the amount of time in milliseconds it'll wait to kill a slow running or non-responding application. But some of these I'd recommend are increased priority of IRQ8, turn off search index, and if you read down here, right here, it tells you what they do. Like this one, it says this will simply make programs work faster. It just does. Disable Windows Time Service, Tablet Service, Security Center. All ones I have checked are ones I recommend, but you can change it as you wish. There's a lot more different things you could do here, but let's see where we at. There's a lot more you can do here, but for now, I think we're going to call that a video. So, you want to speed up your Windows 10. Take out all your temporary files. They're slowing your system down. Go to the performance settings in your search bar, your Cortana, and turn off all those visual effects you don't need. Find a good program like Advanced System Care, which will keep your system running at peak performance. And there's additional tools like Windows Tweaker and more. There are additional ways to speed up your Windows 10. I may go over them in a future video, but for now, I think that will get you a good start. And you will notice a dramatic improvement in your performance. So, this has been Belief with Belief's Compiler. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.